Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I'm here to talk about Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Vanessa Demopoulos. Karolina's 14-7 as a pro, 37 years old, and she's got 1 inch of height and 4.5 inches of reach on Vanessa Demopoulos. Vanessa is 34 years old and has a record of 9-4. All the experience is on Kowalkiewicz's side, and a lot of it is, it's all valuable experience, but Vanessa Demopoulos has still been in there with a lot of great fighters. And I really respect her toughness and her skills as well. Kowalkiewicz, I'll start with her. 14-7, 1 TKO victory, 3 submissions, 10 decisions. The 7 losses come 1 by KO, 2 by submission, 4 by decision. The losses are all in the UFC, and they're all to excellent fighters. Jessica Andrade knocked her out. Jessica Penne and Claudia Gadelha submitted her. And the decisions come to Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Michelle Waterson, Alexa Grasso, and Yan Xiaonan. Fucking champions and contenders. Just nothing but excellent fighters. She's definitely a good volume striker, Kowalkiewicz. Not as good a volume as Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She was on the receiving end of the volume battle there. But Kowalkiewicz is... she's got heart. She's a scratch and clawed for plenty of tight victories in the UFC. The last being over Silvana Gomez Juarez, where she actually mixed in some wrestling there. Felice Herrig beat her twice, once by submission recently, and once by decision before that. Those are actually consecutive victories, sandwiched by a bunch of losses over the course of 4 years or whatever. And Rose Namajunas as well, and Randa Marcos. Those are 2 of her earlier wins in the UFC, but tight victories, especially the Rose Namajunas fight. But Karolina Kowalkiewicz, she's definitely got a lot going on. She's got heart, she's got cardio, and she's got some good striking. And of course, the grappling leaves a little to be desired, but she's tough to out-grapple. The only girls that have gone through her, again, are Penne and Claudia Gadelha. But she's definitely at a grappling disadvantage here against Vanessa Demopoulos. And on the feet, I'd say Kowalkiewicz I expect to be the better striker, but Vanessa is probably the sharper, stronger athlete, and she can crack as well. Vanessa Demopoulos, she's got 9 wins, 4 losses. The 9 wins come 1 by TKO, or KO, 4 by submission, 4 by decision. And the 4 losses all come by decision. She lost to Lupi Godinez, JJ Aldrich, Corey McKenna, and this girl, Itzel Esquivel. But she's never been finished again in any of those fights, and she's always shown a lot of heart. Always. The only time she was finished was against gigantic Caitlin Chukagian as an amateur, and that was a round 3 TKO, even though they're 3-minute rounds or whatever. But Vanessa, I expect her to have an athletic advantage against Kowalkiewicz. The one I don't think she's got the wrestling straight up to beat Kowalkiewicz, but I think she's going to be very much in the striking battle if she's forced to stay there. And I also think she's craftier on the ground, where she hits the ground really in any way with Kowalkiewicz. I expect her to do better work. Vanessa Demopoulos, not that she's going to win with a reverse triangle immediately, but she's crafty. She's crafty, and she's much more dangerous, I'd say, than Kowalkiewicz. She's got 4 submissions as a pro, never been submitted. Obviously, she's never been finished as a pro. And on the feet, she's got some knockdown power anyway. Maybe not knockout power, but certainly knockdown power. Knocked down Maria Oliveira, and had a lot of great success against her on the ground. She ground her. I don't know. Can't read my own notes. She can't finish her shots well, although she was finishing some nice shots against Maria Oliveira in her last fight. That really surprised me. I remember breaking that fight down, going, I'm picking her to win, but I'm not too confident in her takedown ability. And she hit some clean doubles on Maria Oliveira. Used her athleticism all in the wrestling realm. But in the past, her wrestling has haunted her a bit. In that Lupi Godinez fight, the J.J. Aldrich fight. She, her takedowns have failed on her, and she's looked a little desperate. But she never panics, because, again, she can bang on the feet, and she's very tough. I'd be very surprised if Kowalkiewicz was able to put her away. If Vanessa Demopoulos was able to put Kowalkiewicz away, I wouldn't be too surprised, because I think she's got an athletic, speed, and overall submission advantage over Kowalkiewicz. But my pick and my only real bet is Vanessa Demopoulos by decision. I think Vanessa Demopoulos will overall out-hustle Kowalkiewicz. I think she, in general, will work hard. I trust her work rate. I think if this fight is standing, she's going to be the one in Kowalkiewicz's face. Maybe not throwing more, but mixing up her takedowns and pressing her against the cage and just trying more shit. I think Kowalkiewicz, even though she's got some momentum, her 2 wins recently that have given her momentum are over lesser fighters, and Silvana Gomez-Juarez and a retiring Felice Herrig, who she had already beaten, and Felice had 1 foot out the door in the rematch, obviously. But I'm taking Vanessa Demopoulos to win. I think if Vanessa Demopoulos is able to win the wrestling battle, she wins. And if she's not able to win the wrestling battle, I still kind of favor her to win. So I've played her money line, plus 115. She's the underdog there. But I've also played her winning by decision. Because despite Kowalkiewicz being finished 3 times, she's a really tough girl. And Vanessa Demopoulos, with her wrestling being the weakest part of her game, I think the submission threat is diminished. So I'm just taking a gun to my head. I'd go with her winning a decision, but she's my play. Like, share, subscribe, all that horseshit. Check out my other videos.